Hey, hello guys. Hey, today I came up with a new topic called external login service. Now, this is the one of the concept. It will be very useful for us to. Mainly we can use this for logging with Google, Okta, etc., etc. So let me explain me in detail before going into this about the OADC login and what is the process we are using here. So here we can create or update an OpenID Connect configuration using the multi-provider SSO plugin. Here for main thing we need from the our outside external authorization like Google, etc., like we need client ID, client secret, and well configuration URL. And for this I have created a document and step-by-step process. From there we can see the exact details of what we are going to use here. So this is the documentation that I have created. This is came from the Paris release, and we can able to log in with external and sign-in options like Google, Okta, Facebook, etc. As I told, these are the three which we require here, like client ID, client secret, and well-known configuration URL for making this possible. So after full our configuration, it will be looking in this way, like logging in with Google, with Okta, with Facebook, via whatever OIDC configuration we have for the external authorization. So if you see here, now first we'll in this topic, in this session, we are mainly looking at the signing on with Google. So I will go through the steps that I have followed here, and I will show you in detail what I have used and what I have did. So the first thing is that we need to log in into the Google console. So for this we need to log in into our Gmail ID. So this is the one, this is called the console.developer.com. Once you log in, the main thing is that we need to create a new project. I already created a new project that is called OAuth OIDC. If you go into this, the second step is like we need to create a project and we need to generate the client ID and client secret. So how we can generate the client ID and client secret is we need to go to the credentials here and we need to click on the create credentials here. Once you click on the create credentials, we need to go for OAuth client ID. Once you click on this OAuth client ID, here you need to select the web application type. That should be this web application, and you need to click here the preferred name. It might be as you wish. You can give like OAuth service now as you wish. And here we need to the authorization JavaScript origins and authorization deducting URL. These URL should be our ServiceNow instance URLs with which we need to configure this Google. So before itself, I already configured this one and I added these two. If you see here, this is the instance that I am configuring for this dev62989. So I have just given the details here, the URL of this, and in the authorized directory URLs, I have given this dev62989.com and this one. So after that, I'll just save. And after saving this one, the next step is that we need to just download the JSON file. So from where you can download this JSON file is we have something here called once you go into this credentials, we'll be having here one option. Yeah, for this OAuth client, we can just download here. So this client secret file is downloaded. So we need to use this secret file in our service now while we are doing the configuration. So we'll see the next steps what we are going to do here. So this is the console area that we have did, and we need to install this following plugins to make use of this multi SSO. So for this we need to install the e-signature approvals one and SNC integration.sso multi installer. So I already installed these two things here. So if you go to the plugins, signature, e-signature, yeah, this is the approval with e-signature is the thing that I want to install, and I need to install the multi installer plugin. So I have installed that multi installer as well, multi dot installer. So this is the one I have installed, and these two I have already installed. So you guys need to install before moving forward. So now we'll go for the ServiceNow configuration process. So in the left, after installing these two things, these two main things here, here we need to go for identity providers. It will be under multi-provider SSO. Once we go into this, you need to configure the total details here. So I'll just click on create new. After clicking on create new, we need to go for OpenID Connect. So this is on top of the OAuth 2.0 layer. So I'm opening this OpenID Connect. So the main thing here is this. For this configuration, we need the following details: client ID, client secret, and well-known configuration URL. These three things we'll get from here. For example, I have already created this one, I told, right? When we create this one, we will get this following details: client ID, client secret. These are the main login process that we are mainly using for. And you can also reset the client ID and client secret here. So now I already have this client ID and client secret in my JS file, and also we need to have the well-known URL. For our Google integration, here the well-known URL will be accounts.google.com/well-known/openid-configuration. So we'll see how to configure the next process. So once you click on that OpenID, it will just prompt with this. So here, let me just keep some name like Google, since it is like Google authentication that I am using with OpenID. So this is the one, and I need to provide the client ID and client secret. This client ID and client secret I already have here. So I'm just copying it and pasting here, and I'm so taking the client secret ID as well, and I'm updating here. Now the main thing is well-known URL. This is the well-known URL that we need to use for the this one. So this one already I specified in this one, in this document, and I will share with you guys this document, and we just need to click on the import. So now I'm going to import this one. OpenID account URL is already there. They are saying this URL is already there in this one. So let's move on with the process. Okay, it is showing some error for us to import the data. Let's see if they have used something already. Small confusion, guys. 2 minutes. So let's update the things back and we'll try back again. I'm trying to import. Yeah, it's imported. Sorry, this is the name we have already with Google. So because of that, it's not worked. So it's worked now, and this is the ServiceNow homepage URL. It will be automatically created and will be created automatically everything whatever we have. Here we have some option called show as login option. If you click on this show on login option, this is the label which we need to show. For example, if we have login with Google already, so this is the name I have given. So here I can specify something called Google. I can specify something called Google. Okay, I'm just specifying it as Google. So now it will be visible as login with Google. Okay, and these are the options, and these all things will be created automatically from our imported file. So this is the one. So let's go for the next process, and I'm going to update this. So once we have updated this one, we click on the final step is to change the properties. Yeah, this is the main part in this one. If you go for multi SSO, here you will be find the properties here. Enable the multi SSO provider and enable the debugging login. So already we have enabled this one. So let me show you how it will be before logging in. Before logging in, how it will be, and after logging in, how it will be. So before updating the process, the login page will be in this. Now after updating, it should be with the following details. Now let's go for. Now I'm just enabling this 2 here, and I'm just saving. We'll see that is enabled or not. So now after completing the configuration, it should show login with Google. So I'm just refreshing the incognito mode. See, I'm refreshing the same page. Now it should come up with login with Google. Yeah, got it. We got called login with Google. So now here we need to add the icon, Google icon. I already have this icon. Let me import this icon into this one. I will import the Google icon. So here now I also got a new point here. While creating the identifiers, we should not give the unique name. Sorry guys. Okay, let's download a new one and we'll see. I want this picture. So I have downloaded this one and I'll just upload it here. I used download.png and I have just updated. So now I'll update with google.png here. So here we have the login URL / google.png and we need to copy the URL. So images multi-system. And here I entered the URL I have updated. Save. And I'm going to reload the page. Now we'll get like login with Google here. See, we've got Google picture and login with Google. So now we'll see how we need login with. If I click on the login with Google, it will redirect to our login page, and here we need to specify our login URL, and this is my Gmail account. The main thing here is that this Gmail ID should be there in our sysuser table in the email field. So when I click on next, it will ask for some password. Yeah, it's redirecting, and finally I'm able to log in. See, this is my account and I have logged in with this one. So this is the process that we have used for open ID using login. So this is the one we have used here. This is called external login URL, and let me show you the final one how it's came. Okay guys, in this way we can use login with Google, login with Facebook, login with Okta. This is the main thing that I want to show in this session. So if you like it, please subscribe my channel. I will come up with the new topics as well, and I will give you a quick overview on what I have did and for this process. This is called OID configuration with ServiceNow. For this, the main things we need: client ID, client secret, and manual configuration. And we need to, for example, if you want to configure with Okta, we need to go for okta.com and we need to do the same process. We need to take the client ID, client secret, and we need to give the authorization URLs. And from the ServiceNow, we need to install the eSignature plugins, multi-SSO installer, and we need to get this name, client ID, client secret, and URL, and finally need to change the properties. So this is the one of the best feature I have seen from the service now. Like if you have multiple SSO logins, we can keep it for multiple like Google, Okta, etc. It depends on the user. If user can log in with anything, like which we see for external logins. So I will explain you again the what is OpenID. From this we can create a OpenID connect. From the main use of is this SSO login, and we can use it with third-party identity providers like Google and Okta. Thank you so much guys, thank you so much for seeing this, and if you like, please subscribe, and happy coding. I'll come up with the new topics as well. So thank you so much. Bye bye, have a good day.